Warning: Devilman Crybaby has themes not intended for a younger audience. I will censor whatever I can, but there will still be mature content involved. Viewer discretion is advised, and spoilers ahead. This is different than what I usually cover, since I'm not much of an anime guy. I have heard of Devilman before and its creator, Go Nagai. He also made Cutie Honey and Mazinger Z, among other popular anime and manga. I only passively know of Devilman. Giant robots and a sexualized heroine? Sure, I'm all for it. A man who becomes a devil to fight other devils? A little out there, but sounds awesome. I just never had the time to sit down and watch through anything except for clips. I noticed Devilman Crybaby on my Netflix stash, though I never touched it. That's all I heard and saw on my Twitter feed. I was all up for watching it since I was interested in the original 1972 Devilman, but again, I just didn't make the time. After the hype died down, I got a super chat request from Kelly J. Now I have an excuse to watch. I brought this up to one of my real life friends and he gave me the outstanding recommendation of, yeah, it's good. Being anecdotal aside, let's start with the theme song. Right off the bat, you can tell you're in for something weird and surreal. The music is like techno-pop with a really dark undertone. The opening visuals are filled with a lot of grays and pure blacks with only splashes of white. We see more surreal imagery. A narrator says that love does not exist, therefore there is no sadness. The screen is filled with grotesque monsters, then black and white orbs cover the earth. A young boy asks if his friend is okay. The brown-haired boy, Akira, tries to protect a dying cat. His friend, Ryo, wants to end its misery, but Akira doesn't let him. It's too late. Akira cries over the cat's dead body. 10 years later, Ryo is searching for Akira. Also, I know they're pronounced Akira and Ryo, but nah, I don't talk like that. We're introduced to Miki and Miko, two runners in Akira's class. We also find out that there have been murders recently. After school, Miki tells Akira that he should start erasing the computer history on their living room computer after he finishes watching porn. Miki gets stopped by a rapper named Wamu and his group. Akira says hello to them, but gets bullied. Ryo stops them for a moment, though Wamu just makes fun of his outfit. Then Ryo opens fire on the pier they're on. Ryo and Akira go out for a ride. Ryo is a strange guy. He's an American professor, owns a machine gun in Japan, and is driving without a license. He explains that a professor he's been working with has changed. In a flashback, we see that professor going crazy, setting himself on fire in front of Ryo. The professor was possessed by a demon. The word Akuma can be translated as devil, which is what the translation here will show, but it can also loosely be translated to demon. Both have been used in other Devilman works, so it can be said either way. Ryo explains that demons have always been around, often using a human host to survive. More have been appearing, so Ryo wants to get footage of one and expose it to the world. The two friends stop in front of a door. It opens for you to see a lot of black bars because I'm gonna have to censor the heck out of this. It's a hardcore rave with sex, drugs, and alcohol called Sabbath. Ryo smashes a bottle to cut through others. Blood in this environment has summoned the demons, tearing through bodies, ripping and eating whoever is near them. Ryo is recording the chaos, telling Amon to possess Akira. Power starts flowing through him, making Akira able to rip apart a demon. Ryo has turned Akira into one of the most ruthless and most powerful demons in the world. The next day, students gossip about how much Akira has changed overnight. He looks more serious, more charismatic, and girls are swooning all over him. Oh look, there's a Devilman Run meme. Akira goes to see Ryo, who explains that Akira has the body of a devil, but the heart of a human. He's Devilman. Oh look, there's the Devilman theme? Huh, how meta. Akira and Ryo basically become demon hunters, trying to track them down, gather footage, and Ryo tries to leave no witnesses. In the next couple of episodes, we find out that Akira is living with Miki because his parents are doctors that are always away. Unfortunately, Akira's father has become a demon and kills civilians that are in an airport, including Akira's mother. Ryo tracked their phone signals to a bunker. Akira sees his mother's head pop out from the shadows. She apologizes for not being there for him. Then more heads pop out, including one of a child. They become part of a demon. Akira is forced to finish it off. Meanwhile, Miko is taken to Sabbath, then the demons come out again. As the story unfolds later, we see Moyoru Koda, a track star that is going to be part of an upcoming meet. Ryo is planning to expose the demon inside Koda. The race begins. Koda is fast, but Miko manages to catch up. They're both doing the Devilman run. Akira warns Koda about his demons, but it's too late as Ryo turns on a projection, showing what happened that Sabbath. Koda goes crazy and turns into a demon. The event has been broadcasted just as Ryo wanted. He shows the world that demons are living among us. Some time passes and we see that the world has changed. Ryo laughs maniacally. He's always wanted to see how humanity would fight against these demons. Akira wants to find other Devilmen, but that's not what Ryo intended. Their friendship is now severed. A nuke is launched. A white light flashes. Ryo is afraid of the light, showing the most emotion he's had his entire life. With the world in shambles, Mickey's dad, Noel, is looking for his wife and child. Unfortunately, he finds that his son has become a demon and is now eating his mother. They both cry. Noel can't bring himself to shoot his own child. This is one of the most heart-wrenching scenes I've experienced. It's drawn out on purpose to show how difficult Noel is taking this, so the military steps in and shoots the both of them. Akira is too late in saving them, so he buries the three. Akira wakes up. Miko saved him from demons earlier, but she's become a demon herself and knows of Akira's secret. They both go to Miki's house. Akira tells of what happened to her family, and they both begin to cry. News is being broadcasted. Ryo says something that shocks the world. Demons come from every human. He shows footage of Akira's first time becoming Devilman. Ryo calls for humans to start killing everyone else that has changed even slightly. Miki defends Akira, but the police are on the search for him. Akira escapes and flies down to stop a group of people from stoning others. He cries, wanting humans to stop killing other humans. Miki writes an open letter on her computer. She believes in Akira because he cries for others but never for himself. A little boy runs up to him, hugging Akira. Then another, and another. Then adults. An angry mob is outside Miki's house. Things can only get worse. Wamo has been trying to protect Miki but is killed off. Miko escapes with Miki, then is gunned down. Miki gets shot in the leg so she can't run anymore. She cries out for Akira, but is killed with a knife going down her back. Akira has been fighting off other demons so he couldn't help. He sees the aftermath of the killings. People parade in front of Miki's house, holding stakes with the body parts of his friends and loved ones. Episode 10, Crybaby. Akira meets with Ryo where they lived as children. Ryo reveals himself to be Satan, the biblical Satan that was cast out from heaven. The intro to the series showed God's wrath over the demons, but were still around throughout the ages. Ryo always had plans that involved demons, though he wanted Akira to join him. Akira has lost everything, including the person he loves, so he vows to kill Ryo the next time they meet. Akira creates a grave for Miki. An army of Devilmen are prepared to fight alongside him. Ryo fights off whatever is left of humans. Akira arrives. It's the battle for the fate of the earth, demons, and humanity. By the end, Akira and Ryo are the only ones left in this destroyed world. Ryo says he didn't believe in love. Then he notices that Akira is missing his lower body. Ryo starts to cry. In the after credits, we see that the Earth we knew is turned into a second moon. A new Earth has been created. Oh my gosh, that was an experience. That was the shortest summary I've ever given because the show is only 10 episodes long. Yeah, I was surprised too. I thought it would be like 30 some episodes or at the very least 13 like anime tend to be, but nope. 10 episodes that are 20 minutes each. With that said, I don't talk about every detail in these retrospectives, so if you're interested in the show, then there's way more to see. One of the first things you'll notice in Devilman Crybaby is the art style. It's very crude, simplistic animation that leads to more expression and more emphasis on a specific kind of tone. The original Devilman manga had the style you'd see in older work inspired by Shotaro Ishinomori, but Go Nagai made it his own with a round look to characters and environment. The first anime adaptation of the manga had a similar result. It looked like other anime from the time, but also had its own distinct personality, even if it seems a bit outdated and cheesy. Going for something simple, even considerably juvenile for Devilman Crybaby helped in its favor. Although I don't watch anime, I do know of them, and Crybaby definitely stands out like crazy. Any typical scene will already look out of place in modern anime, but take an action scene or a scene with huge tonal shifts and you'll see something that can only come from the mind of someone different. My only gripe is that some characters look too similar than the others. The main cast stand out, but I actually mixed up a few names and faces as I watched. Though that's all just my opinion, I don't claim to know what I'm talking about. The characters are all fantastic. From what I've read, Akira changed a bit, mostly that he now has a crybaby personality, which kind of disappoints me because I love this version of Akira. His crying is a huge trait that I think helps define his more important moments. From the opening scene of him helping Ryo and crying over a cat, I knew that Akira is someone I won't forget. While he has the typical heroic traits of wanting to do good, he has a more real personality of clashing with Ryo's beliefs. He has a huge crush on Mickey and doesn't want to ruin it. He has a duty to fight demons. Maybe that's getting in the way of his life. Akira is still naive, but not to the point of annoyance. He once asked if demons are capable of love. He wants to know more about this ruined world. Man, I just love Akira. Can you tell? One thing that I couldn't help compare Ryo to is Griffith from Berserk. I don't want to start a war in the comments, but Ryo did nothing wrong. I'm not the biggest fan of the trope where the friend is cool and calm but is super evil by the end. I don't mind if it happens, I'm just kinda burnt out on it. Ryo is pretty good though. I honestly wasn't expecting the twist where he becomes Satan, at least until it was spoiled for me.
Akira! Long time no see. How's it going? How's school? Great. Okay, come with me. We're going clubbing. Hi, Ryo!
Definitely gay.
I know the original Devilman had a huge anti-war message. That's still here and a little more. Mickey's family is religious, specifically Christian, so you can see what they go through despite believing in God. People are xenophobic against Devilman, the clash of ideals between friends and the general public. Not everything has a focus, as the anti-war stuff is mostly seen in its second half. I also gotta bring up that the gore isn't there just to be edgy. I wouldn't say it's not distasteful, there's always a reason for everything. I'm just not smart enough to say what that is. There's a message in there somewhere, I think. The story on a surface level is pretty good. Guy becomes a demon, fights off other demons, and fights his friends. It sounds like something out of a shonen anime. If you want to analyze more deeply than that, then there's plenty of room for it. I'd even love to hear your guys' interpretation of the show in the comments. So in the end, Devilman Crybaby is fantastic. The characters especially are great, and the story was worth sitting through. The animation was different, but allowed for so much. If you want to watch something for Halloween or want to watch something different, then yes, absolutely go for it. After all, it's short and it's a good binge watch. Thanks again, Kelly. This was awesome.